please adjust the mirror in to normal, like drastically more? Drastically more. Bit less. Bit up. Bit up. I might ask you to adjust it again.
We're driving around in the back of a car in Indianapolis with the bro MetroGnome. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Indy. We like to take care of everybody when they come to town. This is how we are. We're very hospitable people.
So like you run Decademics?
Yeah, Decademics DJ School. We've been open for about 3.5 years. We just teach people the art of DJing. We're not a genre-specific school. We just provide, the tools for people to do whatever it is they want to do and teach them about the culture. And we really want people to be as well-rounded and versatile as possible. So, people come in with different motivations, and we help them learn the skill and the assets to be great in whatever way that they want to be great.
At Decademics, you got a few different tutors there?
Yeah, we actually have 11 different instructors right now. DJ Top Speed is probably our most well-known veteran. Nico Flores, we have DJ Ali, we have Cool Hand Lex, DJ Stylistic. So there's a handful of others. I'm definitely leaving some people out unintentionally, but yeah, there's a lot of people from different backgrounds. We have 3 of the Indiana Pacers DJs, and people that do different, different radio slots, work with different stations on the radio. So we have a well-rounded group of guys that are there to just, help curate the culture and make sure people know how to do it the right way.
Thinking about gigs, what would be your most memorable one?
Probably one of the worst DJ experiences I've ever had, but it's pretty funny. It was in 2009, so they brought Z-Trip out. I had to play right after him, and he absolutely bodied it. So I get up there, I start playing, I'm playing really well, and I get the spinning wheel on the Mac, 20 seconds, and then a minute, and then 2 minutes, and I'm thinking, oh shit. And then my computer dies in front of thousands of people on a stage. There's no one else around, there's nobody to back me up, there's no other musicians. Event over. I could have been sitting at home on my couch when it decided to go, but no, I was in front of a couple thousand people. So that was probably the worst DJ experience I've had. But I've also had, I've had the good fortune. I've played with Jazzy Jeff twice. I've played with, a bunch of other kind of legendary figures, Rob Swift from the X-Men, the Executioners, and a bunch of other people. So I've been very, very fortunate in that way.
Local inspiration from the Midwest area for you?
DJ specifically or musically?
One musically, and I reckon one DJ who you looked up to at the very start and probably still look up to this day.
So the easy answer for me is my brother actually is probably my biggest musical influence because he was a musician. He traveled the world as a bass player in a number of different bands, and he exposed me to a lot of music, especially hip-hop, really early. My dad wasn't into hip-hop at all, but my brother was bringing home special ed and third bass tapes, De La Soul tapes in the late 80s. And that was like really a big thing for me to get to experience that as a young kid. So I bought De La's 3 Feet High and Rising when I was in like 3rd grade, and that changed everything for me. So he had a big impact on me just in terms of music in general. But I mentioned him earlier, but DJ Top Speed was by far the biggest influence, DJ as a DJ locally, because his skill level is just still unmatched, and he has just taught hundreds of DJs from around here. So whether you would learn from him just watching him play or hearing him on the radio or hearing his mixes, his cutting is ridiculous. He was the first one to get out of Indy and, go to New York and battle all of these dudes. He was battling Rob Swift in the early 90s and stuff like that. So, he just has loads of stories. So he was a huge influence on myself, and I know a lot of others around the way. So I would say the two of those definitely have a big impact. And this is another personal plug, but my wife's father is actually Lester Johnson from the Ebony Rhythm Band. So there's record collectors from all over the world that will come here to find Indiana soul and funk records from the 60s and 70s. And I happen to have, a person now in my family that was one of those people that were being sought after for their the records that they made back in the day. Stone's Throw put out the Funky 16 Corners compilation in the early 2000s, and my father-in-law was on that, and several cuts. So all of those were pretty big influences for me personally.
So you're watching the Burger Run. I'm Scizzorhands here with MetroGnome. You gonna say goodbye, bro?
Goodbye. I appreciated the Burger Run. It was a great experience, great day.
All right, dope. We out. Peace.